Hello everyone, and welcome back to Wolf Quest 3. And yes, my friends, after so long and after so many endless requests, we are finally returning to Wolf Quest and to the adventures of our wolf pack who have spanned across many generations and are highly worth checking out in their very own dedicated wiki that you guys have been building for oh so long now. And it's time. I have been waiting a long time and very patiently, and I will wait a long time some more and just as patiently for the release of the updates to Wolf Quest 3 that will bring us wolf pups, but it is not quite here yet. There are so many amazing videos over on the official Wolf Quest channel where you can check out all of the developments that the devs have been working on. There are actual wolf pups frolicking about now. There are cougars, there are eagles. It is getting very exciting to see the progress for the future of what we can expect out of Wolf Quest. But I know that many of us are also hoping to see progress on the legacy of the wolves that we have had for so many generations now. And so I bring to you, my friends, the story of Wolf Quest, not quite ready for its pup update yet, but at least carried on with Meadow. And it is going to be a dramatic and somewhat difficult tale to start telling you guys, because we have indeed lost many of our wolves and much of the rest of the pack. And Meadow here is one of the last survivors of the pack. She is one of the last ones left, and she has found herself lost in a new world. So let's go ahead and start moving around. She is going to indeed need to find something to eat. We're going to need to do a little bit of exploring in this lost river, which has been somewhat updated since the version that you could play in the old Wolf Quest. Ooh, is that going to be some food? Yes! Oh, thank goodness. We managed to get a little bit of food, so at least we already have started off with a lucky rabbit's. We've already started off with a lucky rabbit's foot, which is very important for us if we're going to make sure that Meadow has enough to eat. And we're going to need to get used to using our paws again and used to exploring the world of Wolf Quest, because it has been quite a while since we have walked with our wolves. And one of the reasons for that is actually the extremely tragic story of what happened to the rest of Meadow's pack. For those of you guys who don't know, Meadow happens to be one of the wolf pups that Silver, our wonderful wolf Silver, ended up having right before we suddenly had to stop our Wolf Quest adventures. And one of the reasons we had to suddenly stop our Wolf Quest adventures, my friends, is because my computer at the time literally caught fire. It literally caught fire and started to melt on the inside, and we had to build a new computer very quickly. It was extremely dramatic, and for a little bit there, it was like my whole world had caught fire, because what would happen if I could no longer share our adventures together? Would I be able to afford building up a new one, and would I be able to move forward on all of our adventures? It was really spooky. Kind of as spooky as this amazing layout. Look at this place! Oh my gosh, we're gonna have a good time exploring it with her, I can just tell. This is gonna be amazing. But thankfully we were able to carry on our adventures, we were able to rebuild, and we were able to create a new, we'll be back someday, whew. We were able to create a new way forward with a new machine. But just because we were able to have the seeds of a new future sprout up from the burned ground that we left behind, didn't mean that there weren't some losses. And unfortunately, included in those losses were the save files that had our golden girl Lily and our silver boy Meadow, or our silver boy Silver, who was Meadow's father, and our wonderful wolf of the shadows Crow. So I have indeed lost their save files, and we have lost those adventures to carry on. And for a long time I was in denial. I didn't want that to be the case. I wanted to be able to carry on with the rest of Meadow's family. I wanted to be able to see what puppies Lily was going to have. I wanted to be able to see what world we were going to pursue. And then finally, I realized it just wasn't going to happen. And so here we are, friends. After a terrible fire came through and wiped out our golden girl Lily's future and took away whatever mysterious paw prints Crow left behind on his shadowed adventures to find his lost mate, and also devastated old man Silver, the cougar survivor, who wanted just to have a chance to raise his wolf pups. All we have left to carry on the legacy is Meadow. And from her, I hope that we will have many stories rise. We will have many new wolves be able to have their legacy sprout, and we will move forward with new stories and new tales. But it's all on her shoulders, her slender shoulders, her small paws, and she has spent much of her life alone, uncertain, and not really sure how to be able to be a strong wolf pack. None of the legacy of the Moon Pack or the Stormy Skies or any of the packs of our ancestors really clings to her because she was all alone with just scraps of what Silver could tell her. And now, after the fire has destroyed much of their land, there is finally, first the river and now us. There is finally an opportunity for life to return. So we're going to learn how to be a wild wolf again with Meadow here in Lost River, and then once we have the basics down once more, we are going to go over and see if we can find her a mate. And if the pup update for Wolf Quest still hasn't come out, which is fine, it takes a long time to be able to develop those kinds of things, then we are actually going to go ahead and have pups in Wolf Quest 2.7 so that we can carry on her legacy, which has been wiped clean. And I really don't want to see end after all these years and everything we have done. We might have to like find a distant wolf cousin if Meadow isn't able to make it, but we'll do our best, friends. So I hope you all will cheer her on her adventure. I hope you can help us as we explore this empty world and we begin to build up the story of the Silver Heiress, who has all of the weight and the legacy of the Moon Pack on her shoulders. So hopefully she'll be able to cop it. After all, whatever happens to the wolves born in Wolf Quest, happens to be... Oh, can we do that hunt? Oh, I don't know about this. Let's try it. How weak? How weak? Oh, this is actually a pretty weak cow elk. That's a pretty good thing. All right. Okay, we're gonna go ahead. We're gonna try to chase her down. Come on. We have the whole strength of the Moon Pack behind here. Are we able to? Okay, we're losing some energy. However, this cow elk is already getting pretty weakened, so let's keep an eye on her. Let's lock on in. Okay, got her. You can do it! You can do it, Meadow! We need her to have lots of babies so that we can have a whole bunch of things to inherit in our wildcraft adventures as well. As you guys know about that. Also, we'll turn off the distracting numbers in just a little bit here. Come on. All right, there we go. This elk doesn't know where to go. There's a lot of things to get distracted by here in the city. All right, come on. We're doing really good. She's not really attacking us, so I think we'll be... Ah! I say as she kicks us in the face. All right, we got her. We got her. Let's get her energy back, and we might go for the throat. Meadow has been on her own for so long. She has really had to figure out how to survive and do her best. And I think step number one is definitely slowing down the prey and trying to bite out their legs, which seems really aggressive, but Meadow's been clinging to survival in the dystopian wilderness for a long time, okay? And there's something already spooked these elk. Oh, we got a lot of kicks to the face there. All right, let's wait for it. Let's wait for it. Let's get our energy back. And there we go. Go for the throat. Go for the throat, Meadow. You got it. Come on. Bring her down. Bring her down. You've almost got it. Come on, Meadow. Oh, this cow elk is... I feel for her too, because she's just trying to cling to her life as well. But we need to survive. We have wolf pups we need to have. We have a legacy we need to inherit. Whew, we did it! Good job, Meadow! Heck, she might have a chance to survive after all. That makes me very happy. Alright, let's go ahead and eat up a little of this carcass. There we go. And now it's just so freaking quiet. Like, we'll do our little bit of exploring here. Wow. And we're kind of tired. This is really surreal just to be here in the middle of a abandoned city. Is that a bunny? No, it's a fox! Oh, little fox, run for it! I'm not used to the foxes showing up in the city either. Everything has changed. This is a great way to show how time and life just moves on. Are we going to have like cougars and other creatures try to come and take from our food? Like, is that the way it's gonna be? Can I pick up this chunk of meat? All right. Meadow's been living more like a stray for a long time, trying to survive. And we're just gonna get used to, there we go. Now she knows how to growl. What is this fox doing? Is it just napping? It's just a wild fox. There we go. And it's just a wild city urban fox. Can we sleep inside of the school bus? Because that would be really eerie. All right, let's see. Can I let her go ahead and rest for a little while? I can. We've got a little bit of food to defend in case anybody tries to come and take it. We might have a cougar or a bear move into such an empty place. Oh, it almost looked like there was fire flickering in the distance for a second. I wonder if she dreams of fire and is quite nervous to be around fire, because I wouldn't, you know, I wouldn't blame her. All right, we've got little chunks of meat. We've got our little spot. Is that a coyote or it's the fox again? Man, I wonder if maybe Meadow's story will be having made some sort of pact with foxes, because watching them slink about the alleyways of these abandoned cities might have helped her learn a little bit more. Might have helped her learn a little bit more about how she could go ahead. Like the fox was just jumping and pointing out that there's a coyote chasing our food, which is not what we want. Let's go ahead and give it a little nip. I like that idea. Maybe Meadow's story will have a little bit of battling the coyotes mixed into it. And a little bit of being partnered with the foxes because they helped her to figure out how to survive. Wow. But all right, we'll tour around the lost area. Let's see what the fox is doing. Maybe a little growl just to remind it, hey, this is our food. But yeah, I like that. So we're gonna actually have her partner up with the foxes. I do think that that would be an exciting way to just see how these two might get along and add to Meadow's story. And we're gonna explore, and I'm gonna take a little peek and see what looks different from my memory of what Lost River looked like. And then we'll try to go ahead and pop over to the newer and updated map over at the river to take Meadow off and to help her find a mate of her very own. So we probably won't be here long, but I like how this is already building up her story of having worked with the foxes. Man, and it's making me so goosebump-like-y to walk around and just see everything so differently. See the abandoned cars, the cinema, the diner. Wow. But from these kinds of like dystopian ashes will come Meadow's story. So I am very sad that we lost the trail of the stories that we already had, friends. That does happen. Ask Agnes, a helping hand thrift store conversation. That does happen from time to time, and it is like a natural disaster. Losing those save files in many ways could be compared to, oh, that's kind of, what's got them all excited? What's that? Oh, it's another wolf! What the heck? Or was it a German Shepherd? It actually looks more like a German Shepherd if you ask me. What on earth? Wait, you can run down here now? Hey, who are you? Is that a German Shepherd? I think that's a dog. I think that's a wild dog. Like, that's gone rogue. What the heck? This is amazing. Alright, I think we're on track for something very, very interesting indeed. And I'm actually getting some great story ideas from what could be happening here as well. I think it's a wolf, but it looks so much like a German Shepherd. I just can't help but think that's what's going on here. So this whole place is filled with foxes. What was that? Was that another wolf? What? Yeah, we've got some adventures to see here, friends. And we're going to be following Meadow along on the journey. What do you guys want? What do you guys want? And we're gonna, wow, there's a water tower up there. We're gonna be moving around and seeing what we can piece together, because this is gonna be quite fun. And again, once we find Meadow's mate, we're gonna do our best to try to make sure that Meadow will have many healthy puppies to survive, that you guys will help to vote on for who will end up inheriting the Moon Pack legacy and carrying us forward on even more generations. But for now, what kind of mysteries do you think she has experienced in her past life? What do you think happened with the tragedy of losing so much of her pack and her family? And what do you think the best way is to go forward to try to... Oh, look at that! There's even more again! I almost feel like they're police dogs gone feral. And what would you guys think is the best way to protect the Moon Pack and see them survive moving forward? Let me know. And if you would like to join us on this and literally thousands more adventures, do please consider subscribing. But for now, we're going to track these police dogs, we'll say, gone feral, through the city. And I will see you guys for more adventures next time. Bye-bye!